Hey everyone, it's Matt here, and my lovely wife Lara. We have received our Tainted Grail pledge, the expansion content, and we're going to have a quick look at what came in the box. This box is massive. It's fairly heavy. We've also got the neoprene playmat that we'll take a look at. But first, let's dive into the box. Now, first we've got the Red Death expansion. Super excited about that. So we'll take a closer look at all these once we get them out the big box. The Echoes of the Past. This here is the big box.
It's a heavy one.
Oh yeah. So this here is the main, all the cards and the miniatures, well, the hero miniatures, and we have the Monsters of Avalon, past and future, and then we have a large empty cardboard box. So we'll take it on down to the table level and we'll crack open these boxes and we'll see you on the other side. Okay folks, so first we've got the neoprene playmat here. Now I was really hesitant to get this. For one, I didn't know how actual necessary it was to get it. But we're actually pretty happy with the colours, aren't we? The
camera probably doesn't do it any justice, but it's actually a really, really nice tone of
brown.
Fawn. Brown,
cool.
Yeah.
I like how the map is actually the same map that you get in the core box of the world, universe, island, whatever you want to call it, is actually kind of behind in a very washed out view. Interesting to see what goes in this spot here. I don't actually remember any cards or anything of that size there. Now we've 3D printed a container that actually holds our encounter cards. Now if you head over to Thingiverse, you can find this. I designed this one. It doesn't hold sleeve cards, but it wouldn't be hard to adjust to make sleeve cards, so that would be easily used on this neoprene playmat as well. And it's got spots for all your event cards, and obviously I presume your resources, your blue and your red cubes are going to go there. I presume this is for your dials. Maybe for where the dials sit, the coins, the gold coins, potentially. I'm not actually sure what that actually means. But yeah, stitched edging, neoprene. So that's really nice. So let's move on to the first box. We're going to start with the Red Death. Now this here was an optional add-on to the campaign. You actually go to a different island from what I understand. To tell you the truth, out of all the covers, I actually like this artwork the best. It's one of the simplest, quite
nice colours.
It's quite, I was going to say stark, but stark doesn't seem like the right word for it. It's simplistic, and it's just got that quite bold red tree in the middle. So yeah, let's pop that open. Alright, on top we have the journal. Now, we're not going to open these journals, mostly because they are just spoiler ridden. So these are the storybooks, nice and thick. Obviously not as thick as the base game one, but again, for a small box expansion, it's looks like a lot of content there. So place that there. What else we got?
Looks like we've got a couple of letters.
Like we did in the core game.
Yeah. So it's the Last Night, the Age of Legends, and the Fall of Avalon.
Okay, so they're actually the campaign names. So, because this expansion can be played in any of the campaigns, that the Fall of Avalon's the first, what we've already played, and the Age of Legend and the Last Night are actual campaigns that are in this content that we've just received. So I think you would read the corresponding letter to what campaign you're playing.
Got
That's
your
cool.
save sheets.
Oh, for your
More of those.
yep.
Yeah.
For this particular campaign.
And then inside we have.
Now we'll get some close-ups of these miniatures as well.
There's some different size cards for you.
That might be something that possibly may slip into there. Don't know, but we will find out, I presume. Now we've got some miniatures here, so that's what people like to see. So let's have a bit of a close-up on that one. If it will focus. If not, I will get some photos and put them into the footage. I might just do that instead because it doesn't seem to be focusing that well. Actually, quite large miniatures. They feel a larger scale than what the original game possibly was.
This one reminds me of a clown crossed with a Pied Piper.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. And we'll get, like I said, get some photos of these and put them in so you guys can see a little bit closer. Some little fat looking rock dude. So yeah, that's cool. And what else is in that box? That would be the quite a decent deck of cards there.
Yeah.
More encounters. Let's pop them open and have a quick squiz. Got the knife there. Alright, decent. So we've got some more purple, green, grey and the blue encounters. And then more event cards just here. Now I won't go through these event cards. These are the chapter cards. They are spoilers. So are the encounters technically. So if you don't want to see them, look away. But I just want to go through some of these just so that you can see a few. Now the art is, again, just as nice as it was in the base game. So that's just a bit of an example of what's in here. Now we've got they're quite high level ones. So let's have a look at some of the purple ones. So yeah, that's some of the encounters that are in this core box, or the Red Death box, I mean. So what's in those cards? More items?
So we've got some ancient items. So they've got that.
The Red Death symbol on it, or whatever it is, the tree.
So there's quite a few of those. And then we've got some more secret items, which get added to the other ones.
Yep.
And then on the back...
More items, or upgrades to your characters, I presume.
Yeah.
Normally they are double-sided.
Yes, they are.
They are still double-sided? Yep.
Yeah.
So, more of those, that's cool. A whole bunch of those, so that's really neat. Alright, is there anything under the insert? No hidden gems? Alright.
That would be a spoiler.
Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? Alright, so that can go in there. And we'll move on to the next box. You want to put that on? And on goes the lid. Okay, so let's do Echoes of the Past. Now, from what I understand, what this one adds is, and I only know this because I've read the box, it adds kind of like a bit of a backstory to the heroes. So it contains a book of memories, 52 achievement sheets, 52 legendary action and ability cards. So I presume this box isn't designed to be kept, because it's not a proper cardboard box. It's just like a thin tuck box type of format. Besides, I do actually like the artwork on this. So most of the box is taken up by a piece of foam.
Well packed.
So let's have a look. What's in that book?
The Book of Memories. That's got some beautiful art on it. They've got a whole bunch of related memories for each of the characters.
From all the campaigns, from what I understand. And then we've got some achievement sheets of... It looks like there's multiple for each character. Looks like there's a couple for each. And I actually like how they've gone through the effort. Let's bring that up a little bit closer. How they've gone through the effort to provide a full coloured achievement sheet. Like, you could photocopy these. These could have been black and white. They did not need the artwork there at all. And they've gone through the effort to print them in full colour. We'll just flip through a couple of them. Same character again. Ale, that was the character that you played in the first campaign. Always liked her art. And I played the brown character. I can't remember what his name is now. There he is, Maggot, in the original campaign. So as you can see, awesome stuff. I was a big fan of the art. That's what kind of got me to back this game in the first point. So what are they?
These look like they're cards for the specific characters.
Yep.
So
obviously there's multiple for each, because there's a lot of cards there.
These are just for the characters.
Yep.
So I've got all the characters there.
So quick squares. So we'll just go through them. Now, some of these characters I don't recognise, because clearly they're from the next two campaigns. Now, if you want to read any of the text, just pause the footage and read at your own leisure. Like I said, I'm just showing you what the art basically looks like and what actually comes in the box, not doing a in-depth read of every card or anything like that. And last but not least, there it is. And
these look like they're for each of the characters as well. So they've got each of the characters' names.
And colours.
And they've got 3 different cards for each character.
It's interesting that they've gone for a different art style on those cards.
I quite like this ink kind of look for each of the characters. That's actually quite pretty.
Yeah.
Close up with that.
Yeah. So I'll just give a couple of little examples there. It's a slightly different art style for this section of the game compared to the actual main point, the main art style of the game. So that there is, other than the journal, is what comes in the little expansion that is called, and is blanking on me, what was that called? Echoes of the Past. We're going to do that next. You want to do the miniatures?
No, we'll do this one. It's the next one we pulled out of the box.
Ah, okay, yeah. Alright, so this here has all the card content and everything. And this is
very heavy.
This is a heavy girl. So I'll pull the lid off. Nice. Okay, so on top we've got the 2 achievement sheets, Age of Legends and The Last Night. So we've got those. They're just
almost exactly the same.
Yep. The letters again.
There we go. So this is for each of the characters. They're the new characters that are for these.
For the new heroes. Now, obviously, there'll be double the amount because they will be
For the past and the future.
yeah, the different ones. So it looks like they have. Okay, so Niam, the expansion girl, she's actually got a letter for both of them. Because she's the add-on character expansion, she can actually be played in any of the campaigns. She's not bound to a timeline, essentially. So that's interesting. Alright, so what have we got there?
So
Punch boards.
These are very well punched because they're falling out everywhere.
Well, that's them punched.
Ready to go.
Alright, so let's have a quick
That's the same art as what you were showing on the cards just before. They've transferred that art over to the boards.
And that makes sense so that you can, it's some consistency in it. So these are the new heroes from Age of Legend and The Last Knight. Now, the quality seems just as good as the core game. And as you saw, the punching was well done. They obviously used a extremely sharp punching tool.
But came in a plastic wrap so that if they did fall out, they wouldn't end up everywhere. They still stayed together.
Yeah, and that
was actually thought through well.
So what's next? A plastic lid.
Ooh. Oh, this one is actually a little bit stuck. There we go.
You made that look difficult.
I did, didn't I?
Alright, so, whoa, okay. This is the Age of Legend journal. And
this is where the weight comes in.
Look how thick that is. That's a lot of words.
And this is The Last Knight. So they're both just as thick.
Doesn't say a page number on them, unfortunately, but it's just as thick as the core game. Now, if you haven't seen, they have produced an application that actually can read them out to you in pretty good voice acting, in my opinion. So I don't know if we will use the journal or if we'll use the voice acting. It'll be interesting to try both.
Yeah.
But we've got it either way. So
these we might not open just yet.
Because
these are related to the actual scenarios. And
there's spoilers in there, so we'll just keep them secret. But there's a massive deck of cards.
And they have help cards on the back, so that's actually quite good that they've provided some cards.
And it's probably, obviously, they're a different colour, so I presume they're specific to that campaign. The campaign, yeah. You know which one came from where?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright.
These are more special events.
Don't open those.
No. And then you've got your encounters.
Yeah. Actually, I probably won't. We've shown some of the art on the other ones. I won't open these ones. Just more blue, green, purple, and grey encounters.
And then we've got special events. And there's two lots of those as well.
Oh, the donkey pack. We got to open the donkey pack. I'm getting excited about what's in this pack. Okay, so we've got a pack donkey. Damn, look at that. Look at that big boy. Alright. They're all the same. But what's on the other side? Got some donkeys. And I bet you they're all the same, aren't they? Yeah, they're all the same. But we've got a pack donkey.
They've got different abilities on them, but they look, the artwork is the same.
The artwork's the same, yeah.
Different names to them.
Yep.
Since we're looking at the donkey, I believe there's a miniature for the donkey as well.
Oh, yes.
Which is quite cute.
That is definitely... That's probably not going to focus, though.
We'll edit in some photos.
We'll edit a photo of that donkey, because he's pretty important to the game by the looks of it. I reckon he might be the first miniature that I paint. So that's cool.
And yes, then we've got
all the
other heroes as well. So we'll edit in some photos of those.
Yep.
So you can have a look.
Let me have a look.
Yep.
So what do I think of them? They could possibly be even better detail than the core game. They do look pretty good. I kind of wish I'd got the washed miniatures, but it was just quite expensive. There's one with the cat or a wolf, whatever it is. Alright. That's those.
2 more lots of the encounter cards, so there's a lot of encounters now to discover.
From what I remember reading somewhere, I think they've added more encounters to some of the other ones as well.
Yeah.
To mix it up a little bit, or a bigger variety. I'm not sure if they add to the other game, but I know there's more variety than there was in the original one, because you did see the same encounters over and over again. So that was a good thing to add more. What do we got there? Oh, more secret cards.
Secret items, secret cards. So there's 2 more packs of those.
Yep. Can't show you
That's it.
secrets. Alright, so that's basically all that's in it.
That one.
I don't know why. It feels like there's less in there than what was in the original game. But we've got to remember that you're not getting any of the core, the core pieces, like the cubes and all that type of stuff, the dice. You are missing all those items.
Alright. Then we've got the Monsters of Avalon.
Oh, future and past.
And future.
Past and future.
If I can get the box open.
Now we have already got the original one. This is the Monsters of Avalon. So this came with the Wave 1 content.
Same size box,
but
except thicker.
A bit deeper. So that's obviously the new one and the previous content. And came with a piece of paper. As you can see, I'm partway through painting some of them. So might as well show some of that off while we're here. No shame. Partway through painting. I was hoping to have these all painted before Wave 2 stuff came, but well, clearly that didn't happen, did it? So that's that one. So what have we got in there? Same thing.
This is very exciting. So it's got the piece of paper that shows you where everything goes.
That's always handy, because once all the miniatures are out, sometimes it's hard to find what goes in what spot.
Yeah. What is quite handy is that because there is multiple layers to it, it's actually double-sided, so that you can see what goes underneath. So you've got your first tray, which is on this side, and that shows you what's underneath that tray as well.
I actually really like the art on that box. We should give a close-up of that. It's actually really nice. I actually think I prefer that colour tone, that colour palette compared to the Monsters of Avalon, the original core box. So we've got some cards on top.
Oh.
Now, I think they are the cards to do with these particular monsters.
Yeah.
Now, because I think there was a bit of a weird thing where people didn't want to buy the miniatures, where you could just get these cards and add these cards in and not have the miniatures. So we might actually have doubles of these cards. We'll have these ones and then maybe ones in the other box. I don't actually know though. All right, so can we just look at the big one?
We can look at the big one. Oh, this one went for a little walk.
Let's just look at that real big one.
Alright. Oh, wow. That is beautiful.
That is a crazy big miniature.
That is.
For a board game, that is not necessary
gorgeous.
At all. We'll definitely get some photos and close-up of that. I don't even know what that is. Some sort of demon-looking thingo. It's unnecessarily huge for what this game is.
It'll have a presence on the board, though, when you're battling and fighting it off. It'll definitely...
That's crazy looking.
Yeah. It'll look good.
And then we've got still another reasonable...
That one's cool.
Size one with...
It's like a bit of a dragon.
3-headed dragon, if you count those puppies. We'll get some close-ups of them that aren't me waving them around madly. The detail's great. And there's not that I can see, very few mould lines. Very few mould lines in them. It's odd, the plastic is quite shiny. That's cool.
Oh, this one's actually got eyes in the wings, which is kind of
creepy. Okay, what else we got in there?
This one looks like a lady in a tree.
The tree is her, or she is the tree?
Not sure. I think it's...
There's multiple arms and legs. We will... That one there, we'll do a superimposed picture.
Scrubbing brush gone wrong. What happens when you leave your scrubbing brush on the side without washing it out?
Or your toothbrush. It's like the kids' toothbrushes. I like that one. That one's freaky as. Look at that neck. And the eyes. That is some sort of all messed up kind of stuff going on. Look at that creepy face and that creepy neck on it. Oop, I'm going off on Australia there for a sec. Look at that creepy thing.
This one's got nice axe and carrying his wood. He's just collecting wood. He's not going to do any harm.
He seriously needs to get on a man shake though. He is seriously chubby. Probably shouldn't say that because he'll probably end up getting me later on. So
this one's called the chain veil. Let's go on. Okay.
How am I going to paint that?
Spray paint.
Yeah.
Black undercoat. And then brush.
And then hide it all. No, I don't mean the actual chainmail. I mean behind the chainmail coat. I don't know, some sort of goat. Looks like a goat with spears coming out of its back, or horns coming out of its back.
He's a little lackluster after the others.
Yeah. Alright, let's move this out of the way.
This one is very creepy.
Like
half bats?
Half bat guy with a person hanging out of a tree.
Yeah. I think that's their kill.
It's actually a really interesting miniature.
This one's interesting.
Some sort
like a bug cross spider.
Like a beetle. I like how they've stepped up on the miniatures with like netting and the chainmail and stuff like that. That's something that they're really
This one's mysterious. Look at that. Can't see the face at all.
Yeah.
Shrouded in lots of layers.
I don't see that being awfully comfortable to walk in. just saying.
And there's the teacher. Carrying the book and telling the kids off.
And if you don't do what he says, he's going to poke you with that very pointy finger. Or it could be that spear that he's holding in his hand while the other guy's holding in his hand. I don't know why. I always like these miniatures where there's got like a group of 3 people. There was one in the core game that I painted, and I don't know why. It's just something I
really like this one. It's just cut in half. Just kind of hovering on nothing.
Are you sure that's just not a bad moulding?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is neat. That's a nifty one.
I'm not sure where it starts and where it ends.
I don't think anyone truly does.
I've noticed there's a few more female monsters in this one.
Is that
This one's a female too. She's got a bit of skin showing.
Oop, throw them around.
To lure the men in.
Hey, can't talk like that.
Got Cthulhu hands.
Oh no, we definitely don't want those Cthulhu hands near us.
Oh wow. This one's got even less on. She's going all out to bring the boys in.
What is it about? Her milk bar will bring the kids, the boys to the yard, or something like that.
Oh.
A lady shake.
Another lady.
She needs a lady shake. So.
She has got a bra on.
Thank goodness. So, well, that's all the miniatures.
Yeah, lots more women in this one.
Well, I don't know if they were gender decided in the first box, really. They were more just monsters. You can't really tell what is... They weren't humanoid, where a lot of these are a bit more humanoid.
There was definitely more male role monsters. Knight-looking ones.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So they took on
And put the lid back on that, and we'll take it back up top, and we'll give our overview of what we think of the new content. And a bit of paper.
Yes.
Well, there we have it. That is a very, very brief look at the...
Brief.
Well, it was briefish.
Chatted a bit for it.
At the Tainted Grail expansion content. So what are your thoughts of what we got? For the cost. It was expensive, but yeah. I think
if it's anything like the first game, it would be worth its money.
Yeah. And I'm very... to you who have played it, you'll know, what the story is like and what kind of left that kind of open ending with whatever ever happened. I won't go too much into it, but it will be interesting to see how they follow that up and kind of bring it all full circle. I did think the Menhirs were a little bit punishing in the core game. Always trying to go, do I have enough time to get to the, what I need to get to before time runs out, and then, bits of the map start disappearing and the like. And I think that what they've done is they've actually kind of changed that in the expansion. In the one that's kind of in the past, it doesn't really affect as much because the Menhirs are brand new and they last a little bit longer and stuff like that. And then in the future one, from what I understand, is the people have become kind of accustomed to the weirdness. The weirdness is, if you haven't played it, the weirdness is the basically the evil energy, the evil force in the game. So they've kind of become used to it. so they don't get affected by it as much, and you can be away from the menhers a lot longer,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Overall, I think the from the neoprene playmat through to the miniatures, through to the cards, everything's pretty damn good, really. You know, we might do a follow up once we've played it. Besides, there's probably 100 hours worth of content that are
maybe after we play one game.
One game. Can't get a real feel for it after one game though. But yeah, we'll definitely keep you updated on my Instagram. So yeah, that's it from us tonight. But definitely like and subscribe if you like our content. And definitely check the Board Games with Matt Instagram page out for, usually every couple of days updates on what games we're playing, and you'll definitely be seeing some Tainted Grail content from
in the coming weeks.
Maybe not coming weeks. I've got to paint those miniatures first, but you might see some updates on the painted miniatures.
Well, if we can wait that long.
We've got plenty of other games to get through. We've got the wall to get through. So yeah, definitely hit that like button if you like this unboxing, and we'll see you on the next one. Catch you later, guys.